and happy Friday to everyone out there. And welcome to welcome to Creature Workshop, where today we're talking about the nurse from Dead by Daylight. And I thought I'd do a classic cosplay, but this just feels silly. Hi, I'm Flintworth, and thank you for tuning in, live maybe, or later on with watching the recording, that is, afterwards. This show, of course, is the one I run every Friday around this time, where we just go and talk about all kinds of random player builds, quirky homebrew monsters, ideally for D&D 5th edition, but who knows, it might be for all kinds of different systems. But the point, the bigger thing, the crutch of this program is that it's really all kind of on the fly. It's a, how you'd say, what's the word I'm looking for here? Yes, brainstorm, improvised a little bit, because I want to keep it fresh, I want to keep it just a little bit more natural. Because, sometimes it's kind of fun to go into these things and really work with you guys to make something. Now, not surprised, I'm here by my lonesome for the time being, but if you're watching this later on after the fact, by all means, give out your thoughts, your opinions, your critiques in the comments below. Let me know what, how you'd go and recreate some kind of wild killer from a very popular horror asymmetrical survival game and made a interesting player build out of it. And which brings me to today's character, which of course would be the famous, to me, kind of legendary nurse. Let me get it up there. Here we go. Welcome to deadliest.fandom.com, this wiki page, on the intrepid nurse. This crazy lady, let me see if I can get her a bit more on camera for you. There we go. AKA Sally Smithson is, really, gosh, where do we really start with her? Let's go with the play style at least first. Good old Sally there is, kind of somewhat a little bit cuckoo for coconuts, or Cocoa Puffs. Gosh, off to a great start am I today, eh? I got to have supper. I'm personally kind of cooking with this at the same time. I have to step away for a brief moment, but if that happens, it's fine. I have a booming voice. Gotta love multitasking. But Sally, I guess game mechanics wise, she is one of the more unique killers on Dead by Daylight, which, if you've never played it before, is what I would basically call a kind of your fun twist in a game of tag, where 4 players, aka survivors, are tasked with trying to escape from a randomized map before they get taken out by one of a variety of killers, stalkers, hunters even. And, hairball. Sally happens to be one of the original ones. She actually was, I believe, the first DLC dropped killer for the game, way back when. And, damn it, here. Sorry. Pardon me. And what made Sally unique to the other killers is that she could teleport. She was able to, you could juke all you want around objects, down all kinds of crazy hallways. Oh, Sally didn't really care about that. She is able to, a deep breath, suddenly go, poop, 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 and be right up on behind you, which can be awfully terrifying. You think about how some horror games are just a game of cat and mouse. Yeah. But lore-wise is where, for me, she really starts to kind of shine more. You know what I mean? Because Sally is yet another of many tragic characters in the lore of the game, where the survivors are just trapped in this hellish realm of like eldritch origins, having to escape from these killers that are basically taken from random points throughout history, almost even time and space itself. It's wild. And in Sally's case, she used to be very much sane, a housewife to be to her husband who was a lumberjack. And while she really started off, this marriage with ideas that, hey, okay, she'd be able to raise a family, keep a happy home while her husband, brought home the bacon. Unfortunately, he had an accident at work and passed away, leaving Sally to basically fend for herself by taking the night shift at an insane asylum. Yeah, that definitely did not lead to many good times. The work got to her, she eventually snapped and thought the only way to really help out her patients was to cure them, to release them from their torment by basically killing them all one horrific night. And yeah, it's tragic as hell, because when she found the next day, she was carted off to treat her own wounds, and never made it there. She got taken by this eldritch godlike thing called the Entity to the realm that the whole game of Dead by Daylight takes place, and was kind of sent to go and hunt for more. And oh, look at that! Oh, hi, Asura. Thank you for saying hi to this beautiful me. Thank you for popping in. Oh, look at that! Give me 1 second here, folks. Gotta make sure I don't start a fire here. Where was I? Oh, yes! There we go. Cool. Alright. Now, how to make this creature, this poor, unfortunate soul, into a player character. Now, if you've seen any of these little workshops, these recordings before, you should know by now that I'm not against trying to help a player make this happen. I mean, and that's regardless of whether you do play a nurse that actually might be, for the forces of good for whatever reason, or is a baddie. Make sure you talk to your DM, though, before you do something like that. I think it's a nice, potentially interesting take on a character, because to me, that's what really, D&D is all about. That's what storytelling is about, is taking things you love, and finding a unique way to make it your own, which is why I wanted to go and take a look at her, because last week I looked at the Huntress, and I wanted this week to keep the whole trend going with the Halloween season at the Nurse, because, yeah, I mean, I have to use like an X-Men as a metaphor here. She's basically a insane night crawler with, well, a bloody saw. And I can help, if I was, say, gonna make a character like this, I probably would go with the angle personally of running her in a way of, what's the one thing of here? Like right before the snap. Like, let's say she's picked up at this point of the quest, or the story, the very start of the campaign, or even a one-shot, having to kind of, okay, you could see hints of insanity. You could see little moments of her possibly going over the edge. And yeah, it's up to you, I guess, the game master, and you, the player, to, either help her lean one way or the other. Or maybe she's already, completely evil, and you're using her more so as a lawful evil type character to take after whatever, big bad evil guy, gal, creature, or what have you, with the rest of the party. Because I always liked that. I always wanted to play a character like that, straight up, evil as all hell. But, maybe a deal, or just, enemy of my enemy kind of thing. Build-wise, though, that's the thing I've been thinking about a lot today. Actually went on a nice walk with my lovely dog, Tifa, wondering how to do just that. And I have a few ideas, a few suggestions. I mean, the first one would be maybe go to as maybe a ranger for the potential movement and variety of like what's the term subclass abilities from the ranger might have. Like I think there's the whole not planes. I think it's planeswalker, horizon walker. That's it. They're able to kind of use those kind of movement abilities techniques to your advantage to make the nurse come alive at your tables. However, seeing as I gave an example of how to make a ranger last week, this week I thought it would be kind of different to try to bring the game style and story to life for Sally here via a Hexblade Warlock. Now, I'll explain why as we go along, but let's go and bring up my good old friend Roll20, which there are many options out there to play D&D, but for me, this is my home, my D&D table, my game table online with all my friends. But the thing I love here is always the Charactermancer, which is essentially a good old custom character creator, which we're going to use today for all of our devices, our brainstorming as I go along. Let's put this right here for a hot second. There we go. And I'm just going to hide that. Let's make it easier to see. There we go. Perfect. All right. Let's talk. Let's workshop. Race. Now, a part of me, kind of like in the spirit of one of my players actually doing this combo before, I was very tempted to have us go the route of creating an Aasimar Warlock. But honestly, I want to go with some angle of playing her up. I can see my hand. I need to fix that. You should be able to see that at all. Oh, you gotta love technical difficulties. There we go. Let's put that up over here and boop. There we go. Love it. Gone. Okay. Where was I? Yes. Part of me kind of likes the tragic underlining. What's the word I'm thinking of here? The underlining message. If like you would have her be like a halfling, because they're potentially could be very lucky. I think for this case, I might have us with this creation. Who, by the way, this character I'm calling Joanne Cooper, to kind of go with the very English name of Sally Smithson. Gotta love that alliteration. I was, but you know what? Yeah, half elf, I think. Especially for the whole charisma bonus there, because I can't help but loving the idea that, you know, someone probably was, you know, very charismatic who, yeah, did fall in love. She was married at some point, but also taking that, you know, ability to be such a people person and turning it towards, like, you know, to scare people. I just love it. It reminds me of what we did with my Onryo character build not too long ago. So, right, ability score increase. Definitely got the good old charisma +2. And I believe, let me double check this. Okay, there we go. The 2 other ability scores of your choice by 1. Okay, well, dexterity is a big thing for the nurse. Not really for, being nimble or fast, because frankly when she's just walking she's awfully slow, but more so for the benefits of really the aim, because with any nurse player can tell you that when it comes to her build, it's all about the precision, about being able to hit fast moving targets on the fly, and I want to kind of, you know, play that up with this too. But the last thing is that it's kind of torn between either, you know, intelligence or wisdom. Really can't see that. Is there a way I can make it so you can see that bottom of the screen a bit easier? There we go. I want to make sure you see what the hell I'm pointing at, because what's the point otherwise? There we go. All right. I was torn between really intelligence and wisdom. I probably would lean more towards intelligence, because even though in her backstory, the origin of Sally, you know, she started off as a nurse with really the kind of like, you know, she didn't really, you know, study medicine that well, because she started at the bottom. She was working the night shift. I kind of want to, you know, reflect that a little bit, because you can imagine to get a nursing job with basically no education beforehand gives me the impression that, yeah, she may she may, you know, at least have some book smarts to land that job without any proper certification. Yeah. Alignment. This one's rough for me. I'm going to go with the mindset that you got the permission from your DM to play a lawful evil character. Because I want to make one. It's Halloween. Screw it. Alright. And you can use whatever kind of adventure you see fit to why you were able to be in a party, because this is all theoretical. And for fun. If you like fun. I like fun, at least. Hope you like fun, too. Alright. Skill proficiencies. Medicine. Because the whole nerds, you have to go with that. No questions, if, ands, or buts. And, here's the thing. A lot of the skill sets we're taking inspiration from the nurse build itself is her strength in tracking down survivors behind three walls. She has various skills that actually allow her to sense people even healing themselves, which is really up to your own, you know, preferences, which you care more about, either perception or investigation. I believe investigation would probably be the better one to go. When you look at the fact that investigation is typically, I think, more of a intelligence boosted set. You can switch it around when you get inside the character sheet itself proper. Language proficiencies, Common, Elvish. This is really, you know, whatever you see fit in terms of your story. I personally would suggest, since we have the Warlock in a hot second, and I wanted to go with the Warlock because I wanted to make it that the patron you go with would be essentially your game's stand-in for the entity, a la similar to the one that's in Dead by Daylight, because how cool would that be? So I would suggest, cause that's more of like a devil, that Primordial might be a fun option for that. It's kind of like the devilish side of things. Abyssal. I go with I'm going to take Infernal. That's what I was looking for. I should point out that you may notice I do have a few more options than most. That's because I have a lot of books and other resources that's kind of pulled into this character creator for me automatically. And Dark Vision. Yep, my Dark Vision. That's perfect. And Fey Ancestry, which is, you know, good to have. It's kind of, you know, helps build into the fact, you know, I'm about to build a character that is going to be teleporting all over the place. Moving on. All right, choosing a class. Well, as I mentioned before, Warlock is the one I would probably go off the bat. Though I could see you having some fun, you know, maybe with a cleric, just to have that, getting to play like an evil cleric, you know, could be fun in itself. But Warlock is what we're here for. All right, skill proficiencies. Intimidation could be fun for this. Nature could all be a lot of fun. I mean, deception, intimidation would really play up the fact that her inspiration that you're taking a killer from a video game. For me, I know I would probably go with this intimidation as well as religion, because she became a nurse at a very Catholic sanatorium, so I just kind of That's where I kind of go and play that up. And spell known at first level and higher. Let's see. Choose an otherworldly patron. Well, great old one by far. Nope. That's basically it. Okay. Let's see. Actually, let's go look through the different options here. Let's see. Let's give you a closer look at what I'm seeing here. All right. So the great old one, your patron is a mysterious entity whose nature is utterly foreign to the fabric of reality. Never mind. Yep, that's what we should go with. That would be like your perfect stand-in for like the entity from the video game. Besides, I mean, it gives you Awakened Mind, which would really just play the whole fact that the entity from Dead by Daylight lore-wise does corrupt its various minions, its killers. And I just kind of love the idea that you being able to kind of go and basically speak people's heads could really have a lot of roleplay implications. This just is too good to pass up. Okay, moving on. Ability score method. Now, this is always dependent on your table. For me, roll for stats, and as always, when it comes to me and my players, I tell them to keep rolling to at least get 118. So let's see how well our gal here does. 17, that's close. Keep going. 16, 14, 16, 14, 15, 15, 17, 18. There we go. Ah, that's a fun spread. Look at that 5. That 5 is going to be fun to put somewhere. Okay, so let's see. Class, spellcasting ability, charisma. Perfect. Okay. And I'm getting the impression that I should put all this in charisma, considering suggestions up there. Secondary ones, let's see. Constitution. I mean, this is where I would struggle, honestly, considering the nurse is kind of a frail, burnt thing. I mean, hell, she's basically a spirit in the realm of the entity. But I'm building this with the idea that she is someone that's still alive. And I read up a little bit on how her whole like teleportation stuff works, and yeah, that stuff hurts her. She actually takes a deep breath before every time she teleports and blinks. I believe is the proper term from the game. Takes a deep breath, and when she goes zooming across the map, that shriek you hear is basically her screaming in pain. Upon which, wherever she arrives, the sigh of relief that the pain's all gone. So, knowing you'd be playing up that, I can't help but imagine that, yeah, Constitution is the one I have to go for here. I know thank you, bear with me to kind of talk that out, because, yeah, I'm workshopping this as I go along with the people listening or to those watching this afterwards. And if so, thank you again. Hey, if you've made it this far listening to me just blab about DBD and DND, why don't you, write in some of your favorite thoughts about either of those games. Or better yet, tell me what your favorite horror movie is, because, hey, it's Halloween. It's spooky time. I want to hear, I want some suggestions, because I clearly love the spooks, and I'm always looking for some new stuff to watch. I'm actually be watching Halloween Ends later tonight. Or was I? Okay. Moving on. So that leaves us 4 more stats. Honestly, probably going to do strength at the weakest. I don't know. Well, yeah. Yeah, screw it. Strength at the weakest, just because... Now if she's going to be a Hexblade, she's going to be trying to hit things with much might require strength. Unless I do with Dex and kind of go for more of the nimble weapons. I will do that. Not really kind of swinging for the heads anyway. Leaving us with, let's go with intelligence at 10 and wisdom at 7. Because I can't imagine it's really that wise to suddenly come to the conclusion that, hey, saving all these crazy patients is by killing them. Yeah, that's a wise thought. Should note, I do not condone killing the sickly at all. God. Anyway, let's see. All right. So many. Haunted one. Let's see. From Curse of Strahd. You're haunted by something so terrible that you dare not speak of it. You try to bury it and run away from it to no avail. Yep, this is probably our background you want to go with. Haunts you can't be slain with whatever the thing is that haunts you can't be slain with a certain bash with a spell. It must come to you as a shadow of the wall. Bird, ooh, yes, yes. Okay. This is where we're probably going to add another scarier speech. Yeah, Bissell. Yeah, be able to talk to demons too, as it sounds on par for the chorus here. Those that look into your eyes can see that you have faced unimaginable horror and that you are no stranger to darkness. Oh yeah, this is perfect for a nurse build. Though they might fear you, commoners will extend you every courtesy and do their utmost to help you, unless you have shown yourself to be a danger to them. Yes, 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 yes. Harrowing event. Nope. Yep, there we go. I'll go with that. Oh. Oh, no, yeah, that one. Probably that one, yep. Granted, these are all just suggestions for your background. You don't have to go with these. In fact, I would recommend kind of bringing them in. But for the sake of just curiosity, let's go and roll on some of these charts and see what pops up. Let's see. Personality traits. Boop. Refuse to become a victim. I will not allow others to be victimized. Oh, perfect. I live for the thrill of the hunt. Okay, I can see that with being a nurse, kind of a inspired character. Ooh, yeah. Yep. Ideal. Yep, that one. A monster that destroys other monsters. Okay, so I should be reading these out. My apologies. I went with the personality traits of I refuse to become a victim. I will not allow others to be victimized, and that this character lives for the thrill of the hunt. Their ideals that they are a monster that destroys other monsters, which could be a good thing you'd use to build in this kind of character to being a part of an adventuring party. Bonds. Let's see. There's the only me I can feel it. Must never set free. There you go. Yep, there's the evil in me is right on par with the inspiration we were going with here, and the flaw. I have addiction. Yep, I have addiction. Got to slaughter. Got it. You have to help them. You don't understand. You have to help them. Okay, it's time for starting equipment. Let's see what's class equipment here. Leather armor, dagger, which I can see you easily remixing to whatever kind of flavor you want. Simple weapon. We already have 2 daggers, a leather armor. I would probably go for the funsies of it, a sickle. Probably a arcane focus. Maybe you can even say that is the sack over her head, which, by the way, symbolizes the very same kind of pillow sack the nurse would go and actually suffocate her patients with. Maybe you actually walk around with one of the sacks. It's kind of like hide your shame or the pain. Or you just carry around the sack in case you need to use it again. Spooky. Let's see. Scholars pack and engineering pack. What's in each one of these? Let's find out. Tell me. It does not. Honestly, I probably would go with an engineering pack, knowing that has more things that could be useful for spelunking. Go the scholar. I'll go with the scholar. Screw it. She's coming from, a nursing home that she may have gone and done some few things to. So that's good. I mean, that's fine. Let's go with that. And yeah, but just give her more daggers. Cause screw it. There we go. Moving on. All right, cantrips. This is the big thing I've been thinking about a lot about. Let's see. Not to get this level yet. Okay, must be thinking of something else. All right. Now, frankly, this might be where things start to get a little bit different compared to what the nurse actually is. But that being said, I honestly would recommend going with the end-all be-all to warlocks, which is, of course, the Eldritch Blast. which, if you talk it over with your DM beforehand, which I would recommend, you could flavor into all kinds of things that fit more into your inspiration. Like a lot of the nurse's collectible items you can grab have her using the breath, the energy of those she has killed. This could be like as it blasts you, kind of like releasing all of the size of those you've stolen the breath away from. But Toll the Dead could also be fun, just for the sake of, you know, you're playing a killer, just be able to go and fill them with doom and gloom is just all kinds of fun. And this is where I recommend kind of putting in a little bit more of probably giving this character a lot of necrotic related abilities, and Toll the Dead would be perfect to do just that. Let me see here. Okay, let's pick out one of these. Let's see here. Now it's women on. Witch Bolt could be a fun choice. I'm not sure if you can see that. Let me bring up the other one. There we go. Cause Fear could be perfect for a build like this. Except, yeah, the okay. Let's see. Frightened, yeah, Cause Fear could be kind of perfect for this kind of build, and. Just no whippers. I haven't seen this one in a while. Let's take a look. Nah. Oh, this could be actually kind of perfect for her. Take the dash action. It's not really exactly nursey to be really fast, but maybe not. I'm gonna save that for Misty Step and what have you. Actually, what I'm gonna recommend is that you go probably with Hex, if anything, to really mess with your targets, especially when you know if you get the nice lucky attack in. Just be perfect. Alright, I think that is all we can do for level 1. So let's take a look here. Oh yes, the character details, which I'm gonna leave empty for now for the sake of time. Alright. Now let's go and let it load things up. Oh! Come back here, you. There you are. Alright. Just out of curiosity. Oh my gosh, Wisdom's -2. That's funny. Investigation is 2, medicine 0. Oh, that is hilarious. And that's perfect for a nurse gone mad to have like a 0 modifier in medicine. That's too funny. Okay. Class 13? That's not bad. That's not bad. Now let's go and see how we can spice this up a little bit more for old Joanne Cooper. Because if you've seen any of these videos before, in these streams, I like to go to level 5, because to me, that is where a character really does come into their own. So I'm going to go do it. Nope, there we go. Perfect. And I can be that average for all of these, just because not too worried about the HP at this rate. And okay, let's dive into it. All right. Let's see what kind of invocations we can get from the Great Old One Warlock. Electric Smite could be a lot of fun. Vanity and Hex, that could also be a lot of fun. One of the Shadows. Oh, P-Rex at 5th level, okay. I see, you're not actually going to tell me what I can do. That's very lovely of you. Do you have a list here? No list? That's just rude. Back to the blade. Get my spell list at all? Okay, there we go. Let's see. Thank you. Okay. Let's see here. This is where I. Guess that's bad. Okay, that could work. Hadar. This is rough. With the shadows, can't do that. Need the 5th level. I have the ruin. Tweet all writing. Fun. Nope. Let's go down the list, seeing as it isn't actually not be the tell me which one is I can pick. Speech, no. Cloak of Flies, nope. Wait, no, I am 5th level. Oh gosh, I'm dumb. It's like, oh, I can use this thing. I need to be level 5. You're making a level 5 warlock. Flinty. You should know this. Okay, that he's more simple. Well, the shadows could be kind of interesting. Let's see. Honestly, Trick Sight. Detect magic at will, which could be interesting to kind of play out the whole nurse's ability to see through walls. Mind of the Rune Creeper, Fiendish Vigor. Yeah, little Fiendish Vigor. Give yourself a good old health boost, and all the more fun of saying, yeah, all those breaths you've been taking, you're now going to use to feed your vigor. Oh, there you go. That's what I was looking for. I know there's something in there. I just kind of find the right one. Okay. And it looks like we get 2. So let's pick a second one. Ones. Okay. No. Thirsting Blade. Nope. Beast Speech. Nope. Mire of the Mind. Yeah, probably Mire of the Mind to really kind of like slow down your targets. Yeah, especially if you do find yourself trying to chase someone down. Having that as in your little back pocket would be kind of perfect. It might lead to some kind of fun, tense situations where you're chasing down some noble that you just need to get, you just need to talk to them. And you just need to, just to stop running away. What's the worst that can happen? It's fine. Let's see. Patch of the Blade. Tone. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, probably Pact of the Blade. That way you can have all kinds of fun having like you have all kinds of fun forming various scary looking medical utensils. Like bone saw, a scalpel. Okay, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. I just Yeah. Swap Belgian vacations. Nope. Nope. There's got some new ones. Let's see. And again, a third one. Okay. Gaze of Two Minds. Ooh, that'd be kind of creepy. Thirsting Blade. Yeah, probably Thirsting Blade to have some real kind of fun slicing and dicing. Yeah, let's go with that. Get to the spells! Nope. Okay. Alright. Honestly, at this point, if I was playing this as any kind of character, probably would kind of maybe go into strength a little bit. Maybe. Nah. I gotta go with Constitution. I want to make sure I'm gonna take a few hits, because man, our spellcasts are squishy. Or rather, maybe actually show a bit more promise as a nurse. Go with both. There we go. Now for the fun stuff. Okay. Yep, Misty Step. That's the big one I wanted to make sure you get on here. And Thunder Step. Boop. Cool. Those are the big ones. Fly actually kind of perfect for our purposes here. Spells. I get one more cantrip. Okay. House Fear and Hacks with Bash to All the Dead. Sword Burst could be fun. Because I just love the image of a nurse suddenly summoning a whole collection of blades and just teleporting in front of someone and just ripping to pieces. Never Two Strike, because I hate that one so much. Infestation could be fun, actually. Nothing like giving your patients, so to speak, a disease to kind of really throw them off. This is the Whisper is probably. No. Oh, this is getting tough. Lightning Lure, nah. Glad you think that there, Asura. Mind Sliver, let's see what that looks like. Nah, I don't want to do too much like mind games. I mean, the nurse can do mind games, but I want it more so. It's more about like physically playing mind games, not actually like getting inside their head too much. You know what? Screw it. Go with Infestation, because I just love the idea of a nurse throwing out leeches. Yes, that's it. That's how I would flavor it if I was playing this build. Because good old bloodletting, good old barbaric surgery is just, oh man, if you want to get me started on some kind of history talk, I can go for hours about just how crazy barbar surgery can be. Alright, so I need two more spells around this. Off. Crown of Madness. Nah, not with that. That's no fun. Accurate Armor. Use Retreat. They already have 2 level 1s, level 2 and level 3. I'll probably save that just for going around. Enemies abound. That's a new one for me. Let's see. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Phantasmal Force. That's more mind games. Enthralled. That could be fun. You know what? Better yet, Crown of Madness. For only other reason, I know it kind of goes against my whole thing of not trying to be too much into messing with your opponent's minds, but that's you can kind of have fun with like the whole asylum angle. Yeah, that's what I recommend. That's what I'm gonna go with here. Let's see. So I got 1, 2. Let's get at least one level 1 because it's good to kind of spread out where you grab these this new stuff, new kit. Which bell touches his laughter? You know what? Yeah, expeditious retreats. It's not exactly how the nurse typically gets around, but it just adds another thing to your arsenal to, well, be fast and zoom in across the place. Yeah. Let's apply changes, and hopefully it doesn't take forever to go through. Okay. Now let's see on the damage front how this character works. Okay, let me go and bring up the Roll20 workshop again, and let's take a look at the actual side here. Boop. Okay, let's get to the bottom. Perfect. Get this to the side. Don't need this just this over here. Pardon me as I move things around. Okay. So let's check out this firepower here. So I mentioned earlier we gave her some various daggers and a sickle. Okay, the dagger looks like going to be her good weapons. Let's try that. Probably doing a hex first, which I believe. I should need damage. Yep. That's what I want. So let's say theoretically go up there, attack with the dagger. Oh wow, nat 20 and with advantage, that's always fun. And dealing damage around. Okay, 4 plus 1, but with the hex on there as well, that's an additional. Okay. That's bonus actually, yeah. So that way you can already for the first attack alone, it's 8 damage for the first attack, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that from the Pact of the Blade, if you make it so that your pack weapon is your dagger, you should be able to attack twice. Yeah, because I also gave her the Thirsting Blade, which attack the pack weapon twice instead of once whenever you take that attack in your turn. Yeah, which means let's try that again. Boop. No, not the boop. I want you to do dagger. Okay, not too great in the second blow, but it means you also can throw it, which is kind of fun. For piercing with okay. Kind of roll poorly the second time around. But my point is, with this character alone, you could like zoom in using a bonus action like Misty Step, then proceed to use your attack action to attack twice to get it potentially, let's see, 4, 5, 10, 13 damage, plus who knows what other kind of crazy nonsense you can throw in there. And actually, let's take a look at the Eldritch Blast. There's all kinds of other fun stuff there too. That you can like zoom in and just Eldritch Blast at point blank. And okay, 3. I'm kind of new to Warlocks, but I can tell you one thing though from experience that in one of my main campaigns, I have a player who does play a Warlock, and oh boy, when they get the right combo stuff together, I've seen them capable of doing crazy amounts of damage. In fact, this is a true story. When I ran Curse of Strahd for them, and they were maybe, I want to say, level 7, and I caught them in a crazy chase seat through the hallways of Ravenloft. And this character was all alone, taking pot shots against Strahd using the Sun Sword, and just, I'm getting like awfully close and taking them out. And they got away. There was like, to them, a crazy close encounter. But what I didn't tell them is that this one character alone, like, remember, a level 7 warlock almost took out Strahd by himself. Granted, if you know the lore of Curse of Strahd, the Heartstone and the keep was still going, and surely he wouldn't have been like dead, he's probably going back to his coffin to be rejuvenated in a few days. But my point is, like, base stat sheet by himself, this character almost did that as a warlock. Warlocks deserve your respect, which is why I thought it'd be kind of fun to do that with the nurse. And the moral of that story with the Curse of Strahd, I ended up having to go and like homebrew it up a bit stronger to make sure I didn't get his butt whooped when the full party was there, because there was like 10 of them at the time. Whew, that was a campaign. But there you have it. There is kind of my rundown, my, simple but still effective character sheet here of Joanne Cooper, the half-elf, lawful, evil, haunted nurse who just happened to stroll into your party because she heard you're going after the big bad evil guy who just happens to be her last patient she needs to take out from her old job. And she'd be ever so delighted to join you on your trip. Oh yeah, that could be fun. Before I go, to those who are here, I guess as far as I'm aware, Asra, that'd be mainly you. If you have any questions, or suggestions or thoughts, now would be the time to say them. Otherwise, yeah, I think it is about that time for me to start wrapping things up here. That was a good stream. Nice, good solid hour there, I must say. So myself, I do have a few announcements I want to make while I have you all here with me. If you have made it here this long, thank you so much for hanging out with me, whether it's live or just listening to the recording after the fact. If you haven't yet, go check out my other stuff. I mean, I have more than these streams up on my channel. I do have a variety of different guides that are more, I rate scripts, they're edited down, so they're much quicker and easier to digest, and have all kinds of fun stuff for DMs looking to run some of their favorite characters, or yes, mostly horror monsters. But I'm always open to helping you guys run things that are outside the realm of horror. Speaking of those guides, I am currently in the process of editing my upcoming video guide, which I'm hoping to have out on Monday. That would, of course, be my guide on recreating Michael Myers from the Halloween franchise. I have a variety of stuff. It's actually my longest script to date for the Creature Creator series, and I'm excited. I've been really enjoying editing it. I spent 3.5 weeks thus far just putting everything together. That's including the script, editing, recording, actually building more models than before. And yeah, I'm excited to see what you all think about it. And ideally, yeah, like I said, hopefully have it out on Monday. But if it has to be a day later or so, I might have to do that because a guy's got to eat and sleep sooner or later. And otherwise, yeah, I'm going to be back here again next week looking at another killer from DBD. I've really been enjoying these. These have been kind of fun. I'm just trying to make different player builds on the Slayers. Not sure who it's going to be next time around. So give me, requests if you have any. Otherwise, I'm just going to look online again and just pick one I like. And yeah. That's really about it. Oh, yes, before I forget. The classic call to action that all YouTubers must say. If you haven't yet already, consider liking and or subscribing to me here, my channel, Flintworth. I do funny stuff. At least I try to do some funny stuff. I like to talk a lot about nerdy things. I analyze, break down horror monsters and creatures of all sorts. And I'd love you to join me. I'd love you to be a part of this little growing community that's on here. But if you don't, no worries. You're still beautiful to me, and I love you either way. You all have a fantastic Friday, and if I don't see you before it, a very happy Halloween.